talk about funny stories. I was mid-interview at the Vali Höll, and I'm like looking in the background, and there goes my e-bike.
Oh, your bike got stolen. I listened to Miss Ben Summers.
And I was like, that looks like my bike, but the old bikes all look the same, with the parts on them. But then I was like, I left my bike in the syndicate pits all week, and because it's not really spec the same as their sponsor, they just put ghetto stickers all over my shit. So like when I saw this bike, I was just like, it's definitely my bike. And instead of looking at who was riding it, I was trying to just ID that it was my bike. And I was like, had to like quit the interview, and I run out the gate and I start shouting, and then this guy like looks behind him and puts it in turbo and starts booking it off further. So I'm like, yeah, for sure, it is my bike, and this guy knows I'm after him. So I run out, and there's the whole Orbea team there, and there's a bunch of XC guys and Enduro guys, and I just like look at these bikes, these Orbeas, and I'm fuck. I was like, who's got the e-bike? And this one guy's like, mine. I'm like, that guy stole my bike. And I get on this e-bike, and it's different to my e-bike, and I don't know where to turn it on. So I starts pedaling. I was like, ooh, and it's like this big uphill. And then I was like, no, I can't. I've got to just bury myself on this like e-bike turned off. And I think it was an SL e-bike anyway. I couldn't get it going, but luckily the other Orbea guys saw what was going on, and they told their team manager. This Primos guy, he just thought it was like cops, dude. He loves a good story too, and he just burns up the road in this van and just like cuts in front, tees off this guy on the bike, and eventually I get there just completely gassed. And this guy kept trying to get away, and I guess just before I got there, he's like, "Is that your bike?" And he was like, he's like, "No," because it wasn't. And then he was trying to like explain to them, and this Primus guy's like, he's not English is his first language. He just wasn't hearing any of it, and he was like about to get stuck in. I eventually get up, and I look at the guy. I'm like, I don't even know you, and I think that's fucking Billy Bolts. He's got Billy Bolts in his vehicle.
Dude, he's a big man. If he gets into a fight, I don't want to be against Billy Bolt.
And he was just like, dude, I'm sorry. I asked Steve if I could lend a bike because his van was parked like kilometers up the hill. But I thought he was like parked in Spain, and that's where he was heading off with my bike. And that was pretty funny. That was like a hard racing moment.
That's
but
great.
It was like
I love how that was in the audio that you put online on Misspin. I was like, that's funny. It's like legit your bike went missing and you had a proper warrior. I mean, as you would.
And he said the reason he kept taking turbo and then like ignoring us and going further when he was shouting, because you had to have these goofy like number plates if you were authorized to have your bike at the venue, so you could commute like a normal cyclist would do at a bike event that's for bikes, and you don't have to walk or use a car, but you had to have a special number plate. But he didn't have one because it was in my backpack. So he thought we were officials, and he just kept like ignoring us because trying to get away because he didn't have the plate. So it was pretty funny.